I recently had a chance to conduct the first live showcase of my city exploration game Vuntra City. It was at the Indie Dev Day Expo in Barcelona. In fact, I've been working on this project alone so far, so this was the very first time someone other than me played my build. To say that I was nervous would be an understatement. The game is still in a fairly early stage of development, so the build was pretty bare bones and buggy as all hell. Not to mention the glaring flaw that everybody I talked to was quick to point out, that my game doesn't actually have any gameplay yet. Kinda begs the question, why am I even showing it at such an early stage? And of course I could say that it's to build some buzz, get some wish lists, and make myself and my project known in the industry. But the truth is, I just love talking about it and showing it off, so I'll show it to anyone willing to take a look. On that note, there will be a public demo as soon as I fix all the most glaring bugs and issues. So, on to the playtest. Unfortunately, I couldn't bring my VR setup because it is pretty bulky on its own, and the only hardware that I could actually bring to the expo was my very old laptop, so the VR version probably wouldn't run all that well on it anyway. That's why I only showed the flat screen version of the game. What surprised me immediately is that there was quite a bit of interest in my project, even though there were lots of much more polished games from well-known indie studios at the expo. And my stand was minimalistic, to put it mildly. My poster didn't even print right for some reason. But I had pretty much non-stop attention from the players, eager to wander my procedural city streets. It was quite overwhelming, to be honest. And it was the first time it really sank in for me that this is serious and Vuntra City is more than just a hobby project. I mean, sure, I have a few thousand followers on YouTube and other social media, and I am very grateful that you guys are keeping an eye on my project, but it just doesn't feel real until you see actual live people. And of course the users immediately found all the bugs that I didn't have time to fix and hoped wouldn't come up, broke things that I didn't know could break, and pointed out usability issues that I hadn't even considered. But that's why early playtests are so important. But what I found surprising is how many people didn't find the project boring and were eager to explore the city despite the lack of objectives or enemies. I am of course still planning to add NPCs, missions and progression to the game, but that's still far out, and my goal with this particular demo is to create an environment that prompts exploration on its own, kind of like a real city does, even if you don't have any particular goal. And obviously I can't recreate a city that compares to a real one in detail and variety, so I'm always afraid that it will fall short. So it was very encouraging to see that some players already found it interesting and engaging. Another thing that really took me by surprise was how much kids loved it. I hadn't even considered that they would, because my audience here on YouTube and even on TikTok is mostly people in their 30s. Also, what's up with that? And I've always assumed that kids enjoy fast-paced, action-focused games, and would find my city boring. But a few of them got really caught up in exploring the buildings and the towers of Vuntra City, and enjoyed riding the taxis and the sky trams. So there's a lot to think about and to work on after the event, and I'm very grateful to everyone who stopped by my booth. I will be conducting more playtests online, but it's so much more interesting to watch people play in person. Hopefully I'll have another chance to show a live build at another event. Stay creative!